So I guess the big question then is, where should distributors start when looking to incorporate social media into their marketing plans?
Like I said, the first place to start is by creating valuable content. It really is key. So you need to basically aggregate the best practices that exist within your company. Get the people that understand the products, understand the applications, and get them to figure out what are those great ideas that you want to communicate. And get in the process of creating a new article every month, a new video every month. Just continually create great content. And then the best place to start in terms of sharing that content is on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, in my opinion, is the best business-to-business social network. It is really designed around helping companies network, helping individuals network, and helping people share knowledge on a business level. And according to research, companies that have a strong LinkedIn presence will generate 3 times the number of leads than any other company that's basically participating in Facebook or Twitter. So LinkedIn really is the place to do business. So there's a number of things that companies really should do. First, establish a strong profile for yourself. Establish a strong profile for your company. What LinkedIn profiles essentially are like interactive resumes on steroids. You can have a lot of information about your experience and your expertise, but you also can pack a lot of your social media content into your LinkedIn profile, your blog posts, your SlideShare presentations, your videos. So you really can turn that LinkedIn presence into a valuable resource. Then what you want to do is connect with your colleagues, connect with your employees, connect with your customers, connect with your prospects so that you can build those connections. And then as you add information to your profile, as you add status updates, your information will automatically be shared out with your network of connections. So it's a great way of sending out your information, your valuable social media contact to the people that you know. Now, there are a number of other ways that companies can effectively leverage LinkedIn as a marketing tool. LinkedIn is known for having fantastic and active groups. MDM has a fantastic group. A lot of the industrial associations have fantastic LinkedIn groups. Also, there are a lot of other special purpose groups that have popped up for different industries. What you can do is become an active participant in those groups and share your valuable content, share your knowledge, help people, and always try and send people back to your website. So participating in groups is a fantastic way of leveraging LinkedIn as a marketing tool. Also, people post questions into LinkedIn, and you can go there and answer those questions. I believe that the section is called LinkedIn Answers. So again, it's a great place for you to showcase your expertise. You can help out somebody, and then everyone else that takes a look at that question will understand that you are the expert. And then finally, for the salespeople that are watching this, if you're not involved in LinkedIn, you need to get involved because LinkedIn has basically made the cold call obsolete. You can leverage LinkedIn as a warm calling tool, and this is how it would work. Let's say there's a certain company that you want to do business with. You can reach out to that company and call them on the phone and basically go through the receptionist, try and find the person, or you can go to LinkedIn, perform a search on that company, find individuals that work for that company, find the appropriate title, and then take a look at that person's profile. And then you can take a look at that person's connections that you have in common with them. And perhaps there are a couple of people that you're both connected with. You can reach out to your in-common connection and ask them for a warm introduction. Hey, Joe, I'm trying to do business with Dan. Would you mind making an introduction? It's a very, very effective way of getting in the door by taking advantage of your connections in a valuable way for everybody.
Sounds great. More people should be jumping on there for that. So you mentioned Facebook. How does Facebook fit into all of this?
Facebook is interesting. And the reason that it's interesting is a lot of companies, when they think of social media marketing, Facebook is the first thing that pops up. And that is because it is the largest social network out there. I believe we're somewhere around 850 million members of Facebook at this point. If Facebook was a country, it would be the third largest by population behind China and India. So the reason that companies are looking to Facebook is because it has so many people that are members of it. If you're interested in getting involved with Facebook, the concept is we're trying to bring our content to the people. It's kind of, if you think about it, your website is a tool that you're trying to attract people to so that they can take advantage of your content. Facebook is a destination that we're going to bring our content to, basically set up a Facebook page, syndicate our content on Facebook so that people can consume it when they're taking advantage of that social networking site. So if you think of Facebook as your blog, as the place where you're going to be syndicating your great content, putting valuable information, and always sending people back to your website for more, it could be a valuable tool in your social media marketing arsenal. But still, for distributors that I work with, LinkedIn is much more valuable than Facebook.
So we've covered the two big ones with LinkedIn and Facebook, but what about Twitter?
Twitter is another interesting tool. Twitter is a bit different from LinkedIn and Facebook. LinkedIn and Facebook truly are social networking tools and platforms. Basically, on LinkedIn, you want to connect with somebody, you make an introduction, you make an invitation, they can decide whether or not to connect with you. Same thing on Facebook. You can set up your friends in a similar fashion. With Twitter, it's a bit different. You're not really establishing that relationship. Twitter's a place where you can go and broadcast information. It's more of a microblogging platform where you can send out very short messages to people that want to follow you. So Twitter relies on you building a big following of people that are interested in your message, and it relies on you sending out valuable information on a regular basis. I have found Twitter to be the least valuable of the top three just because it's so fast-paced, it's so difficult to build a following, that I would rather companies spend their time focusing on the more valuable initiatives. However, companies that effectively leverage Twitter, they're leveraging it as a tool to send out targeted promotions if their customers are following them, sending out information to members of the press if they have a following among members of the press. Some companies just use Twitter as a listening tool. They perform searches and just see what are people talking about on Twitter so they can figure out what's on their customers' minds.
Okay. So there's been a new introduction into the game recently with Google+. What's your opinion of that?
Google+ has brought a new concept to the social networking world, and it's kind of young. I believe that it's not even a year old. It was launched around June of last year. It's building a great following. And what Google+ has added to the mix is a new way to group your connections and your relationships. The problem I have with LinkedIn and Twitter and Facebook is that everybody is treated at the same level. So if I want to share some information with my connections, I have to share it with everybody. And in some cases, I don't want everybody to see my information, especially with Facebook, since Facebook is more of a personal communications. If you're sending out a personal communication to your friends and your family and your customers happen to be a member of Facebook, they're going to see that message as well. So what did Google+ add to the mix? They added the concept of circles. Circles are a way of grouping and categorizing your connections. So you can have a circle for your employees. You can have a circle for your customers. You can have a circle for your bowling team, for your board of directors. And then when you're sharing information, you can share it just with the circles that would find it most valuable. So you can send out very targeted communications. But I think that that concept is going to revolutionize social networking, and I believe that Facebook and LinkedIn are right now in the process of trying to retrofit their services to take advantage of this concept.
So what about sites that people don't normally associate with social media, such as YouTube or SlideShare?
Very, very good question. I like to think of social networking as have two separate and distinct paths. There are social networking sites based on relationships, and they are basically the four sites that we just talked about: LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And then there are social networking sites that are based on content sharing: YouTube, SlideShare, Scribd. These are all examples of social networking sites that are based on sharing a specific type of content with people that find it interesting. So I think that when you're creating your social media content for your site, you should be thinking about creating it in a number of different formats. Articles that people can read online, blogs that people can read online, short how-to videos that people can view online, downloadable PDF documents, how-to guides, and white papers. And then you can take advantage of the social networking sites based on content sharing to get that information out there. Create a YouTube channel for your company. upload all of your videos, and then embed the videos on your website. Now you have a great presence on YouTube. Create a SlideShare channel for your company. SlideShare is basically the YouTube for PowerPoint presentations and documents. So you can create a channel on SlideShare, share all of your great content out there. The reason that you would want to do that, in my opinion, is that you can own the search results in a lot of cases. Your company's website will not only be the thing that bubbles up in front of people when they're performing searches, your YouTube videos can bubble up. Your SlideShare presentations can bubble up. So you can have a stronger presence in the search results. You can also attract new customers that are out on these sites looking for information that you have to share, attracting them to your site so that you can produce those results. So when you're approaching social media marketing, definitely integrate the content sharing sites into your mix.
So with sites like that, doesn't it require you to have some sort of high-level production team to put something quality together?
You know, it's funny, you really don't, especially with videos. You know, in the old days when people were trying to produce videos for their company, they brought in very expensive production crews to film the video, professionally produce it, you know, get it out there on tape or on CDs. The funny thing about online video is that it can be very crude and still be very effective. You can film an online video with your iPhone or a simple digital camera. As long as it is valuable content, as long as it is some information that your customers would find valuable and actionable, you can quickly produce it. So don't think that this is an expensive undertaking or a big production process. The key is that you have the ideas that your customers find valuable, and then just go about creating that content in the best fashion that you can.